Hi, I'm Dani Gasparini, and welcome to this segment of One-on-One. I'm joined today, a repeat guest, Darby Anderson, who is the director of Jill's Legacy. Darby, welcome again.
Thank you.
So last time we were here, we were chatting about this movement called Jill's Legacy within the Bonnie J. Addario Lung Cancer Foundation. And you've been doing such an amazing thing, mobilizing young adults in this fight against lung cancer. So just to remind our viewers a little bit about what Jill's Legacy is, how it started, and then we're going to move on to some great campaigns that you're doing right now.
So Jill's Legacy, like you said, it's a young advisory board to the Bonnie J. Addario Lung Cancer Foundation. We really got started about 1.5 years ago, and it was one of my best friends at UC Berkeley, Jill Costello, lost her life to lung cancer in June of 2010. And after she passed away, we saw this movement of young people kind of start coming together to support her and raise awareness for lung cancer. And so at the beginning of 2011, we started this young advisory board called Jill's Legacy. We're doing Jog for Jills and 5Ks and other events on college campuses across the country. Right. Just really to mobilize young people, let them know that anyone can get lung cancer. So this movement started with Jill, but it's continuing to grow because of so many other young patients, young people that are affected by this disease. By
lung cancer. And we don't have time today to go into it, but there are college campuses from Cornell and Boston University who have reached out to your young advisory board and said, we want to do something around this Anyone Can Get Lung Cancer campaign. So that's what leads us to the Great Run. So tell us, you've got a campaign called What My Lungs Can Do?
Or What Can You Do With Your Lungs?
What can you do with your lungs?
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
So the campaign started with one of our advisory board members, Kelsey Harrison, lives in New York City, and she was a good friend of Jill's as well, and decided that she wanted to run across the country, which is
literally
something that you don't really, she's crazy in a great way, And so Kelcey came to me a couple months ago and said, you know, I'm planning on running from New York to San Francisco in honor of Jill and, you know, to really raise awareness that anyone can get lung cancer. I thought, you're crazy. Okay. She came back to me, you know, about a month ago and said, I'm doing it. I've got a website, greatlungrun.com, and I'm going to do it and raise awareness for lung cancer. So we've built this campaign around it called What Can You Do With Your Lungs? And the campaign is going to feature, it's going to be a video, and it's going to feature athletes, chefs, artists showing us what they can do with their lungs, and we're going to launch it on the same day that Kelcey leaves for her run across the country, because she'll be exhibiting what she can do with her lungs. Yeah, so it's going to be a fabulous campaign, and just to be able to follow and watch what Kelcey's doing, and you know, it's going to take her about 3.5 months from New York to San Francisco. But I mean, it's going to be amazing.
So let's sort of talk about the run itself, or the campaign itself. So along with her running across America, I mean, I picture Tom Hanks, right?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. And I really do picture actually this whole movement of people sort of as she's coming through her, you know, a town near you, that I can really see this groundswell of young people, actually people of all ages, kind of running with her as they go through, you know, your neighborhood. But so along with that, we are capturing video of, as you said, young people, elders, singers, athletes, students, on what you can do with your lungs. How then will you fit that in with Kelcey's run? Is that something that'll be projected through media and newspaper?
Yeah, so like I said, we're planning on launching the entire event on the same day that Kelcey leaves. So, and then we want people to realize, you know, anyone can get lung cancer. So the video ends with 2 or 3 of our young lung cancer survivors saying, my lungs help me live. So then the call to action is, okay, you know, look at these young people that are playing soccer, you know, living their everyday lives, also have lung cancer. And then we then launching that, like I said, with Kelcey's run through media outlets, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Vertical Response, news, press releases and things like that. And then really just trying to also get other people to then submit what they can do with their lungs.
Okay.
So Kelcey will be showing us, I'm running across the country. Someone else may submit, look at me, I'm swimming, or surfing or skateboarding, exhibiting what they can do with their lungs.
So within this campaign, the What Can You Do With Your Lungs campaign, how do people get involved in Kelsey's run?
So they can, a lot of different ways. By donating, which, donating to Jill's Legacy through her website, through the Great Long Run. So they can go to the Jill's Legacy website and donate there? Yes, or Kelsey's website as well.
Okay, and we'll post those both on the program.
Great. And, or you can also check out her map and see if she's gonna go through a town close to you. And you can, run with her, walk with her, drive next to her, give her food, give her a place to sleep, pay for a hotel for her that night. That really just, or provide any kind of encouragement that you can. She'll also have a GPS tracking device with her, so you can actually watch online where she exactly is.
Right.
So.
Is she also going to have a mobile cam so you can actually watch where she is?
Yeah, so she'll have a GoPro on her head, so she'll be filming kind of as she goes along. You'll see, where she is, the scenery, that kind of thing.
And how many miles will she have to do a day?
So it's 30 miles a day. About 30 miles a day. It comes to, I think it's 3,500 miles. Yeah.
She'll do 7
She just sent me the schedule yesterday. And
wow. And will that be posted up on the Jill's Legacy website?
Every single city that she's going through, where she'll be staying, so you can find that and say, oh, she's going to be 10 miles from me. Open up your home to let her stay there, cook a meal. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that the message here too is that everyone can get involved. Right. Whether it is with Kelsey's The Great Lung Run, or whether it is something that you want to put together for your own community of friends, wherever you are in the United States or here in San Mateo County, because you want to raise awareness that young people can get lung cancer and it's not just a smoker's disease.
Right, and it's not, it's not just monetary donations or things like that. You can really get involved by, like you said, doing your own event, showing us what you can do with your lungs, just getting in touch with us or getting in touch with Kelsey and showing your support.
Right. So in addition to Kelsey's Great Lung Run and some of the other Jog for Jills that you do under Jill's Legacy, what are some other unique things that are happening out there?
Oh, with Jill's Legacy, I mean, we have people getting in touch with us all the time, especially from college campuses, but just wanting to get involved, whether hosting their own Jog for Jill or maybe a small fundraising party, passing out bracelets.
Right. Dance marathons, I understand.
Right. Yeah. Dance marathons, rowing events, ergathons, bar fundraiser nights. We've got a couple of those coming up in San Francisco. Really, anything that you're passionate about, you can really turn into an awareness event, a fundraising event. We've been at festivals and...
So, here's my question then. I mean, why are we needing to do all of this? Why isn't there an awareness out there about lung cancer in general, as well as within our younger populations?
There's a stigma attached to the disease that it's self-inflicted and that you got it from smoking. And that's what Jill's Legacy is attacking head on, is that you don't have to smoke to get lung cancer. It's clear with Jill, with so many of our board members, that are fighting lung cancer or are survivors, and really just letting people know that you can get lung cancer the same way that you would get any other breast cancer, prostate cancer. It's, genetic, environmental. There's so many other factors, and because of the stigma that's associated with the disease, there's no funding there. And so really, once that stigma is broken, the funding will start to come in.
I can imagine that Jill Costello and Gabby and the other faces of lung cancer that have come through and supported the Bonnie J. Addario Lung Cancer Foundation, Jill's Legacy, I would imagine that they were probably pretty tired of hearing, were you a smoker at age 6?
It's the first question that comes out of people's mouths. And like Jill was a rower and Pac-10 Athlete of the Year, and people, like you said, first question they ask is, were you a smoker? It's like, yeah, she was behind the boathouse smoking cigarettes.
Well, Darby, thank you. I'm sorry we're out of time, but let's support the Great Lung Run and Kelsey's Run Across America. Log in, get information, and we look forward to seeing you next time on One on One, and all of you. Thanks for supporting us.